Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing cookies, butter cookies to be precise. So here we have our egg and our favorite flavor, which is mixed flavor. We have all-purpose flour already sifted. We have our butter, margarine, but Jadida to be precise, that is my best butter. And we have icing sugar. Then this is our mixing bowl. Remember, the main ingredient in this recipe is the icing sugar. You don't use any other sugar apart from icing sugar, but you can use any brand of your choice. So these are the equipments and ingredients we need. First of all, into our mixing bowl we are going to pour in our butter. Please take note of the type of butter we are using. Jadida is the best butter so far. After pouring in our butter, the next thing we will need is the icing sugar. Now we are supposed to combine this together till it's very smooth. It does not have a specific timing to which you have to mix, but you can just have it in mind from 10 to 15 minutes, meaning it has to combine really well. And remember, if you have your stand mixer, your hand mixer, you can go ahead and use it, but for me I always prefer to use the whisk as usual, so that anyone who doesn't have equipment can use every other thing they have, every other item they have in the kitchen. So we just went in with a spatula to gather that up together, clean the excess on the bowl. This is just to make sure that we are incorporating everything, that we are mixing everything, so that at the end of the day the texture we have will be for all of our batter. We won't have any excess left on the dish that we have not brought out and all that. So guys, like I always say, I love my excess. I did not take the excess at the beginning from the dish with my spatula, so I just had to go back and get it. So you just clean that up and you continue mixing. You can mix for as long as possible. Just get it smooth, creamy and nice. Let the icing sugar and the butter combine together very well, and this is the texture we are getting. The texture is really so good, so creamy, and just as good as we need it to be. So the next thing you want to bring in is egg and flavor. You can use vanilla flavor, you can use any flavor of your choice, but mixed flavor, like I always say, is my most favorite flavor because it's a combination of many other flavors, so you just can't pick out which one is really giving, but all of it together gives something really good. So you would like to mix this. Guys, there is another ingredient which I will not be using in this particular recipe of today, but you can use milk and powdered milk to be precise. Please, if you use liquid milk, your cookies will end up being too sweet, excessively sweet. So you want to use powdered milk, and if you're using powdered milk, this is the point where you have to bring it in. While bringing in your egg, you just pour the milk. So this is after we've combined the egg and the first mixture we had, which was the icing sugar and the butter. So this is the texture we are having right now, and the next thing we want to bring in is our flour, which is totally the last thing. Now we will keep our whisk aside and work with our spatula. You have to coat that together with the spatula. In fact, this process is more easier done with the spatula than the whisk. You've already made your cream out of the icing sugar, butter, egg. Now you've just poured in your flour. That is the last ingredient, and this is how the mixing is going. It has incorporated all, it has come together, but the texture is not okay yet. So you have to keep mixing till you get a soft consistency. It does not necessarily have to be too soft, but at least it should be in a way that it will be easy for you to pipe, because if you leave it hard, even though there is no specific time to which you're supposed to mix, if you leave it to be hard while piping, you will face a lot of difficulties. And the piping that I'm talking about is using a piping nozzle and a piping bag, be it a plastic piping bag or any of your choice. So this is the last texture that we are at, and this is where our mixing is going to end. From here we will just have to pipe. Now look at the texture. It's creamy, it's soft. It's not very soft, because if you make it to be too soft again, while you place in the oven, it will just melt down. So it just has to be the way it is right now. So make sure you follow your recipe strictly. Don't add anything, don't add any water, don't add anything that is not in the recipe. Just mix and mix well. Now we are at the stage of piping. This piping nozzle, when I was treating piping heads and their designs, I kind of said there that this is my favorite piping head, and this is the piping nozzle that is frequently used for cookies, especially butter cookies. When you speak of butter cookies, you won't search without seeing a cookie that is made with this piping nozzle.
There are some sets that are big.
Now on to the next one.
3, 5, 4,000.
Now me using the next piping nozzle is just to tell you that you can use any piping nozzle of your choice to get any design that you want to get. Just do you. Just be creative about it. Do what you know how to do best. Work on your cookies and let them come out clean, neat and nice. Except maybe a client got to you and wanted a particular design, but aside that, you can do whatever you wish to do just for your cookies to be beautiful, to be nice. Look at how clean that is. It's so neat, so well shaped. Oh my god guys, it's giving everything. If you've watched up to this point and you've not subscribed, you've not liked, please rush to the subscribe button. Subscribe, click the notification bell so that whenever we drop our videos, you'll be notified. YouTube will send you a notification. Meanwhile, don't forget to like, comment and share to your loved ones so that they can also recreate the beauty we are creating right now. So in the piping process, it's not very difficult. You just have to place it where you want to begin the piping, press on, drag and hold, and that is all. So the next thing you want to do is to bake your cookies. We have already baked and now we want to decorate them. This cream, I'm going to drop a recipe of how I made that particular cream. In this particular video, we're going to be using two types of creams. One made with cocoa powder, which is chocolate cream, and one which is whipped cream. So we are going to be using these two types of creams to decorate our cookies. Now that is the first one that I've decorated and kept down, and that is exactly what I'm trying to replicate right now. So looking at the one down, just watch closely at what I'm doing. I just dip in the tips of the cookie, both opposite sides, into the cream, then came in with as sprinkles. You can use any sprinkles of your choice. There are many types of sprinkles, but I just love this one. So after you dip it in, it's wet. You can see it. You can see the sprinkles just sticking to the cream. So you don't have to be picking one after the other and placing on the cream. Once you just pour, it will automatically stick on the cream, and that is all. So if you were not following keenly with the second cookie we decorated, just follow keenly with this one. This is the last cookie we're going to be decorating with this particular chocolate cream. You dip into the dish on both opposite sides, then you come in with the sprinkles. All you need to do is just carry your sprinkles with your hand and pour. Once you're pouring, it's automatically sticky. You might choose to pour them less than what I've done here. You might choose to pour them more than. It just depends on you. Now the next is our whipped cream. This cream is made with icing sugar, butter. In fact, I'm going to do a video, a complete video of the different types of creams that I use for my products. So we'll be using this cream for the round cookies, the round shaped cookies, and it is of no difference. You just have to dip it into the cream, take it out, bring in your sprinkles and add it up. When you're dipping it into the cream, make sure that the part that you want the cream to cover should be well and fully covered. This one does not need a particular strategy. It does not need a particular motif. Just take your cookie, dip it in with the side that you want it covered with the cream, bring it out, place. So I'm going to dip in the very first one that we did, because it was not well covered. We have to cover that up properly. So you take it in again and bring it out. Now the last thing is the sprinkles. You just come in with the sprinkles, carry them on with your hand and sprinkle on top of the cream. And that is it. Once you're pouring, it's just sticking to the cream. Once you're pouring, it's just sticking to the cream, and it's coming out really good. So whether you choose to decorate it or not, guys, your cookie is going to be great with this recipe. It's going to be giving everything you ought to give, taste wise, look wise, and the rest. Now look at the beauty it's giving. The different types of creams we've used and the sprinkles is making it look more beautiful. And even the ones we have not touched, the ones we haven't decorated, this is just to let you know that you can leave your cookies anyhow you want and they will still be looking good. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in my next video.